Hey guys, it's Silver Searcher back with another video of these top 10 most valuable coins. Today's will be on top 10 most valuable quarters. As you can see right here, this is a draped bust, or capped bust, excuse me, quarter, and this is the 1804. This is going to be the number one on my list, so stay tuned for this one right here. As you can see, they have a beautiful toning when you get up into the high MS grades. Alright, so number one here is the 1824 capped bust quarter, and these have a base of 293, but can be worth over $50,000 in high MS conditions. As you can see, they have a fairly low mintage mark, so that's one of the reasons why they're such a high starting for the top 10. Usually you'll start at around 1,000 or 2,000. And here we go, the 1842 seated Liberty quarter. I always liked seated Liberty quarters. I think I have one of them, and they are amazing because they, even though if they're in bad condition, I love the reverse on these quarters as well as the older cents. They have a low total produced right here, as you can see, and they also have a very high value if you get into the higher MS grades. Next up is the 1822 capped bust quarter. Not a personal fan of the look of the coin, even though I'd love to have one just because of the age. But these definitely do have a high starting value. As you can see, this one right here has a average value of $830, and in high conditions can be worth, or high grade conditions can be worth up to $75,000. The reverse of the coin also has an error on it where it can be stamped over with a 50, so you'll want to look out for errors on many of these coins because some of them had a restrike on them of 1928 up to 1928. The 1922 to 1928 sometimes have a restrike. Up next is the Carson City 1873 seated Liberty quarter. I'm a personal I like the Carson City mint mark. I don't know why, but it's just because they're sort of part of coin folklore, sort of history thing. So these coins have an average of $3,000, but can be worth up to $90,000 in high grade. So this is definitely a coin to look out for if you're buying a large collection or something like that. Carson City is just in general, if you see a Carson City mint mark, you'll generally want to pay or know that you can pay more for that coin because Carson City is a highly sought after mint mark on most coins. Up next we have this 1796 draped bust quarter with a very high average, you can see right here, of 6,000. So even in very low conditions, this will be worth a lot of money, but in high grade can be worth up to $90,000. Up here is a 1823 capped bust quarter. Can be worth from $18,000, which is very high starting. You can see how low this is, tiny right here, because this coin has a very low mintage. The base is going to be much higher, and in high grades can be worth up to $96,000. Also remember, this is at auction that these prices are for, and auctions will often take around anywhere from low percentages for some auctions, like online auctions, maybe 5%. That would be very low, but they can take up to 25%. I've seen in some auctions, maybe higher. So you'll just want to know that this could be a lower number right here. This could be more like 70,000 after all the taxes, maybe even less. So you're looking at different factors in these coin prices. This is probably right here, the prices that I'm giving are just the base, like what they're paying for. You see them paying for. Next up, I have the 1827 capped bust quarter. This coin has a very low mint mark, or mint amount. Only 4,000 were produced, and base value is 4,000, but in high grades can be worth up to 110,000. You're going to want to make sure this coin is certified because these are actually have been faked before. It's known, not, I don't know if it's like commonplace, but it has been known for these to be faked. And find if you can find one with a curl, it's worth about 2 times as much at the base of the two. So you'll see right here, there's a little curl right here. It's going to be worth 2 times as much. The 1871 seated Liberty quarter is a very high sought after, as you can see, because it's Carson City, and these have a base of $1,600 and can be worth up to $115,000. There were actually 3 different versions, so you're going to want to look at which version you have to see what the value will be. This is the second to most valuable coin right here. This is the 1870 Carson City seated Liberty quarter. These have a very low mint amount, and some of them were destroyed, so the amount that are in possible circulation is much lower too. And they can also have a very high average, so whatever condition you find it in, it's going to be worth a good deal of money. 1804 draped bust quarter can go up. This is my number one most valuable quarter, and this can be worth over $150,000. And this has a very high base too, not as high as some of the others, but that's still a very good base. As you can see, that's because only 6,000 were made. Just think of 6,000 quarters being made. I bet I go through 600 maybe quarters a year. That's only 10 of me in today's world. 10 people amount of quarters in a year. So that's a very low amount of quarters produced. So you can see why it would be so valuable. If you enjoyed this video, guys, please leave a like. Let's get 15 likes for this video. Please subscribe if you're new and share it with your friends. Peace out, guys. I'll catch you around.